Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. I'm sure you're aware of Jack Reacher, the latest Amazon show which dominated the YouTube ads. I don't think I've seen another commercial besides Reacher for the last month. But apart from that, it was a good show. I really enjoyed watching it. But while I was watching it, I was wondering whether this actor, let me look up his name again, Alan Ritchson, whether he could play a good Conan. And I saw someone tweeting the same. He said Ritchson could be a very fine Conan. So I decided to test that. Okay, I said I'll draw him as Conan and see if he looks the part. Before I continue, let me save you from my needlessly long introduction and narration. If you are here just to see the result, you can skip all of this and jump to this time code and see Reacher as Conan. Okay, now I can continue the introduction as you can watch the time-lapsed version of the sketching phase. Now, if my only intention was to see the Reacher, by the way, I'm going to call him Reacher. I can't look up his name every time I have to mention him. He's Reacher. Okay. What was I saying? Yes. If my intention was just to see him as Conan, I could cut off his face with Photoshop or just with this drawing app and attach it to Conan's body. There are a lot of photorealistic paintings of Conan, so by adjusting here and there, I could get a fairly good result. But I won't do that for two reasons. The first, and the obvious, and this is a drawing channel, and I thought this could be a good exercise for me. The second, I don't want to see just whether his face is a good Conan face, but his body as well. So probably I'm going to draw his body as well, because Conan in the comics is drawn a bit unrealistic, a much wider man than any man can be. So let's see the whole package. By the way, if you're new, let me warn you, I'm not an expert. I'm still a novice at drawing, hence the name of the channel and the art journey of a sloth. That's me. And this is some kind of a video log of my art progress. So if I don't draw a good Reacher, please don't be mad at me, and please don't forget to subscribe anyway. Okay, I'll edit the end of the sketching phase here and synchronize my narration to the rest of the drawing. I want to test if this sketch is good enough, and normally I quit this, carrying the sketch on the face to see whether I did a good job for the proportions. I quit that because I started to feel it became to hinder my progress. But this time, let me, please, because this is an exception, because if I can't pull it off, his resemblance, the whole video will be pointless. So forgive me for the last time. But it already seems okay. I really tried hard this time and spent more time than I usually do. And yeah, I could have continued without looking. Okay. Nowadays, since I put myself a time limit in my portrait studies with 15 or 20 minutes, I got used to drawing a little faster than I'd like. And this time, I'm trying to slow my hand, especially this eye region, the eyebrows and the expression in the eyes, because Conan is all about the gaze, the barbarian look, his wild look in his eyes. I'm not trying to liken Reacher to Conan, but I have to catch all the menace he has in his looks. I'm doing too much hatching while drawing this face. And because the reference is a real photograph, I don't know how else I can draw from a photograph. This might be a problem because Conan in the comics nearly has no hatching in his face. John Buscema draws his face so smooth. Alfredo Alcala uses hatching, but most of the time Conan is a smooth-faced figure. I'll insert some of those images here to show what I'm talking about when I'm editing this video. This mouth, I couldn't pull it off. This might take some time. Again, Reacher in this image has a stubble, whereas Conan in the comics is either without any kind of facial hair or very rarely full beard. The stubble does not strike a Conan image to me. I hope this doesn't become an issue. I'm not going to draw hair, I mean his original hair, for the obvious reason. In the sketch I put the hairline just to show me the exact measurement of his forehead. The hair, I'm going to draw it using a Conan image as a reference. I'm not good at drawing hair, I'm not good at anything, drawing anything, but considering hair, I'm worst. As you can see, I'm dividing the upper body into 4 equal parts. I have to draw the body proportionate to the head. Since I'm drawing the head and the body from different images, I don't want to have them disproportionate to each other. And I need to draw Reacher's body in its exact size. The third horizontal line did not line up with the belly button. Either I'm wrong or just Reacher does not fit to the traditional 8-head measurement. It doesn't matter, it serves its purpose as a reference line for me. The man's legs are not thin, but Conan is drawn with ridiculously thick legs, especially his calves, his arms too. Maybe I won't draw the guy's legs, I mean Reacher's legs. I think I'll draw the legs using Conan's drawings as reference. It's not a big deal, because if he plays Conan, his legs will be covered mostly with the boots and the loincloth. Let's finish the upper body first, then we'll look at the legs. Okay, let's start with the accessories. One of the Conan's adventures, which I like the most, is the Eye of Erlik. In that story, Conan is not even 20 years old, his thieving years, and this necklace he's wearing during that time, it gives me a Conan vibe. If one day a Conan movie is made, I want them to script 2 adventures of him. First, the Eye of Erlik, and the second is the Sword of Skelos. These 2 are one continuing story. As a matter of fact, I have almost a finished script in my head, open to some minor changes. I'm daydreaming, of course. Anyway, this necklace, it plays a part in the story. So yeah, I have to draw this one. Oh, I could draw the helmet with the horns. It's another famous Conan accessory. You cannot see it in this drawing, but no, I'm not going to add that. It's like it's hiding 1/3 of his head. Let's not stray from our main goal, testing the likeness of Richie, so we need his face, his head uncovered. The second accessory is the ring around his right bicep. What it is and what purpose it serves, I have no idea. But it is a Conan trademark accessory, so we'll have to draw that one too. This, what's it called? It's not bracelets, wristband? Okay, let's say that. This wristband in this drawing is a bit too much. John Buscema draws these wristbands as just simple metal cylinders, but I like these. I'm going to draw these ones. Now this loincloth, I'm not so sure that it's called that, but I cannot find another word for it now. This loincloth is a bit fancy, ornate, just like those wristbands. I'm not going to draw this much fancy, but not as simple as Buscema's ones. I'm going to find a middle ground. By the way, am I wrong drawing this on the belly button? Because it's not this much down in the drawing. Well, that's why I'm drawing this on another layer. If it doesn't seem right, I can carry it higher. Look, for example, in this drawing, it's simpler, but it does have some ornates. I've been learning the leg muscles for the past 2 or 3 weeks. I'm planning to make a video about that, not a tutorial, and more like how to learn to draw legs. We'll see. These 3 main muscle groups, I think I finally memorized their shapes and sizes and placements, but I cannot draw the knee. I did not proportionate this leg to the overall body, and I did not draw a skeleton or a sketch. Okay, if it looks funny, I'll erase it and start from scratch. Yeah, this is way down. Let's carry it a little bit higher. Okay, it's clear I cannot draw this without proper planning or sketching. Let's draw a vertical line. Now, assume that the head, the top of the head, it's here. The crotch is here. Okay. Now from the head down to here, if it's 1 unit, the halfway is here. The reason I'm doing this is this length will be where the knee ends. Now if I want to draw the knee here, yeah, this is way better than just winging it. Okay, we'll add the 3 muscle groups now. The middle one, the outer one ends lower, but higher than the one in the inner. I don't know their names and I'm not planning to learn. Inner, outer, middle, those names are enough for me. No, this leg shouldn't have been here. Since it's pointed towards us, it should have been foreshortened. Okay, let's draw the knee higher than his right knee so that it could give a feeling that this leg is pointed towards us. Now it's time for the hair. I'm going to use a photorealistic one as a reference instead of a comic drawing. Richard's own hair won't do, no way. Even if he gets hair extensions, because it has to be black. Conan has black hair. Therefore, they have to get a first class wig for him, or he gets hair extensions and then have to dye his hair black. No other way. Now, don't come to me saying that Arnold did not have black hair, because Arnold was not a good Conan. I'm sorry, he was not. Changed my mind, convinced me otherwise, but I'm sorry, it's not possible. But the fault was not his, and the scriptwriters, and Oliver Stone, John Milius, they wrote that script like they hadn't read a single issue of Conan. It had nothing to do with Conan. The character in the movie, he was ignorant, stupid, inexperienced because of 10 years of imprisonment. Where did that come from? He was emotional and an idiot brute. That is way off from the character of Conan. I wish the only inconsistency with his character had been his hair colors, but no, he was not Conan in any shape or form. Anyway, this is the end of my rant. I had to get it out of my chest. Now I will just shut up. Okay. I can draw hair, but even with bad hair, he began to look like Conan, doesn't he? How Conan is he? I don't know. He looks like a metal band vocalist, but that's not far off from Conan. I mean, which Conan fan didn't listen to Man of War? I did. Instead of drawing him empty-handed, I could do something different. Anyway, let's draw the sword on his side. I could have drawn a sword in one of his hands and an axe in the other. There was a drawing like that. But since I started to draw Richard's original body, I got carried on and drew his arms like this. It's not bad, is it? I don't want to finish the drawing like this. I'm gonna add feet to him. But where are his feet going to be? If this is a 1 unit of length, now, since I adjusted the canvas size ridiculously big, it doesn't look good. It doesn't look sharp from a distance, but it gives an idea. What do you say? Is he a good Conan? Don't mind the novice level drawing of mine, but is he good? I think he needs more bulk, or maybe I couldn't draw his size appropriately. I'll keep his head still and enlarge his body. I'll look at it that way too. His gaze is not threatening enough. There's a softness in his eyes. But he's an actor, so he can pull it off. So, what do you say? You can write down in the comments Actually, I don't know anybody else in Hollywood who can play Conan right now. Please don't say John Cena, please no. This guy, I think, is the best we have. He has the body and he's not a bad actor. He just needs black hair, eyebrows, and a more threatening look, a scowl, and maybe a little bit more bulk. But in my humble opinion, Conan in a movie should not be that naked like he is in the comics. I mean, in drawing, it's fine, but in real life, that shit doesn't look good. It's as though a bodybuilding contestant just got out of stage and came to the set. It doesn't look an authentic warrior who lives in a primitive age. For that, I think Conan has to wear an armor-like vest, or just a cloth-made vest, like Buscema draws him sometimes. I'll insert one image here when I'm editing. The arms should be open and his knees a little above, a little below would be open, and the loincloth and the boots will cover the rest. And of course there would be some shirtless scenes like they do with Wolverine even, but he should be somewhat clothed for the most part. Okay, let's adjust the body a little bit and finish the video. My computer is freezing constantly. It's an old junk and it cannot handle this large canvas. When I'm editing this, I'll delete these moments where it freezes. But if I can't synchronize my narration to the video, sorry in advance. The editing will be a nightmare too, but enough of that. If I can just adjust these, well, the shoulders look the same width. Looks like I drew his body right. Okay, let's try something else. If his chin is here, from between his eyebrows, if I draw a line and carry it on my drawing, and yeah, it's good. So there's no need to adjust his body. But I'm curious, what if he had more bulk? I mean, he can go through a workout program, can he not? Let's take this head and shrink it. Looks like nothing's changed. Let's exaggerate it. No. Yeah, I mean, he did look more like Conan, but this is ridiculous. No. Okay, let's wrap this up. With this drawing, I have finished my 202nd hour of practice. 4 more of these and I'll reach my destination. I hope in a very near future. That's it for this time. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. And if you like what I'm doing here, maybe you could consider subscribing. I really await your comments. So until next time, bye bye.